Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently, thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Fucking enough, all of you, enough, man. Stop! I'm getting sent screenshots that you're timing people out. Stop it, please. This live isn't about you. This is my channel. I'll say what the fuck I want, okay? This is my channel. I'll say what the fuck I want, okay? This is my channel. I'll say what the fuck I want, okay?
What do you think of that, old Whisker Biscuit?
It doesn't matter what you think!
Take a one-way flight because, biatch, you look horrible tonight. I said, biatch, you look horrible tonight.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How is it going out there in the YouTube land, on the YouTube streets? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. It is rainy and dreary and here in Kentucky. But you can't dampen down our days. We still having fun. We still got good friends here at the stand. Still got good people here at the stand. Did you all know there is a YouTuber out there, goes by the name of Gamer Girl 2 something? Well, she's got this big secret. Shh. I'm in Jimbo's chat. Shh. I got something for him. What are you going to do? Put a big FU in the chat and then get blocked? Goodbye. Are you saving up for a big gotcha moment? Go for it. Nail me. Y'all see this shirt? Bought this shirt 2 years ago. When I bought it, I thought it was going to fit. And I made it fit. You know, I wore it a couple times. And I was real stretched out in it, you know, but today I put it on and I got some room in here, baby. Dog, I'm feeling good. Thank you, Footloose Will. Oh, that reminds me, October baby. If any of you all have any old, I'm not asking for new. If you have any old toys that might, you know, benefit a 7-year-old girl, a 10-year-old boy who's athletic in sports, also into just about anything, and a 15, maybe going on 16 really soon year old girl. If you could, I will give you an address if you wanted to send that stuff to D.A. Inman. You can send it directly to him. He's worried about Christmas for his kids, and you know, this is going to be their first Christmas without their mom, and it's sad. It really is sad. He's struggling, and I'm not just talking about financially. He's struggling. You know, the will to live, the will to go on, and he's still getting harassed by YouTubers, Ernie Shell in particular. Thank you all. Thank you. I've lost about 47 pounds so far. 43 pounds. I'm sorry. Hey, Sugar Pie. Hello, everybody. So I got sent a few screenshots. I said, well, whose chat is that even in? So it was Drama T, of course. And I thought she might be starting to move on and stop with her bullshit. But she ain't. She ain't. So then her and the Fiburators, they start their lies. You guys were here last night, right? When I told you about me and Thelma when we ran away together. She was 15. We ran away to Corbin from Harlan. And then after she was 16, we went to Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's when the police were told where we were at, and they came and they checked her age and brought her back. But did you know the Liberator, who can't get a dong out of his ear, posted that I said that about my wife, my first wife? No, Fiburator. Listen up. If you're going to quote me, say the right thing, homeboy. You idiot. And then Mama T over there, Jimbo come after me, tried to shame me. I wasn't shaming you, honey. Bye-bye, Kelly B. I wasn't trying to shame you. I wanted to know why you claim to be a victim's advocate. And we're hiding Butch, who's wanted by the law, and absolutely is on a watch list. It's been pointed out to you. And your father, who committed a heinous crime. Heinous. And then you turned around and blamed the 13-year-old little girl. She put a wig on and seduced my daddy. Oh, my God. And you want to twist that and make me the bad guy out of that? No, honey. And harassing your dad? I ain't harassing your dad. I just brought up the facts. Hey, babe.
Hey,
Yeah, I can.
you don't have to mute it. I don't care for you.
What is
There's this old woman. And she's got this big old dog. You see how big a dog is? How old she is?
Yeah.
Well, right now she's sewing its toy, and it's sitting there waiting on her to finish sewing. A few minutes ago, she took it for a walk. He stayed right beside of her with its leash.
Mm-hmm.
This is how smart big dogs are. And this other dog walked by, but before the other dog did, she leaned down and she whispered in its ear and said, "Don't do nothing. You just walk by it." And that's what it did. It never pulled that old woman.
Really?
It didn't do anything. It just kept by. We had a boxer one time.
Brutus.
Brutus. I'm not trying to come in here
You're
and start
fine.
anything, but that dog reminded me of Brutus. Molly was 3 years old when we had Brutus. Brutus was a big boxer. He had the big head. I've never seen another one like him. If I had, I would have another one. But he was Molly at 3 years old could put a leash on this boxer and could walk that boxer anywhere she wanted to. A cat could go by, a dog could go by, another dog. I mean, anything could happen in the yard. But not one time would he pull that baby.
No.
He would walk right beside of her, but nobody better touch that baby.
He was awesome.
He was the best boxer ever.
Mm-hmm.
He died of cancer at a very young age. There was nothing we could do. We tried to save him. We took him to the vet. It was too late. We could have never saved him because he was
3 years old.
He was 3 years old. But this baby was Molly was 3 years old, and she would put him on a leash and just walk him down the street. Other dogs would bark at him. He didn't care. The baby had him.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But the funniest thing is he was terrified of little bitty dogs. He would literally get behind me and pee on himself if a little chihuahua come at
He
him.
was. Oh, he hated chihuahuas. They scared him to death.
We had some chihuahuas, and I ended up having to find them good homes because he was so scared of them.
They were mean to Brutus.
They were mean to Brutus. They wouldn't let him eat. They wouldn't let the other boxer eat either. So
Thank you, Georgia Bulldog.
But anyway, this old lady's story on TikTok reminded me of that. But I guarantee you, this old lady, she looks like she's in her 80s. I guarantee you, somebody comes in this house on the lady, they'll be laying there when the police get there. Because I guarantee you, that dog is a cane, one of those
Cane Corso.
cane corsos.
What
They
about
say
it?
they're dangerous. This dog ain't dangerous. This dog loves this lady. It's sitting there waiting on
Sarah Smile said, "Well, look at Seabiscuit. He's intimidating." CB.
CB. Let me tell you real quick. I got to go. I got to take my baby to Bob. But listen, CB. I don't think we do on the card.
Let me check.
Anyway,
4.
CB, Bodie, they don't hurt him. Bella has brought me CB in her mouth. Like literally just put CB in her mouth and just brought him to me and said, "Get him." She never bit him. She never hurt him. She was just holding him like, "Mommy, get this thing. I know I'm not supposed to hurt it." You know, Bodie holds him down with one paw, and that makes him so mad he can't stand it. You know, but people talk about big dogs all the time. You know, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I was raised around Dobermans my whole life. And when we had Dobermans, all we ever heard was they were dangerous.
Sugar Pie has Japanese Akitas. She lives in Scotland.
Yeah. Nikitas, let me tell you something. I love Nikitas. If I didn't, I wouldn't have as many as I do. And I wouldn't be picky as I am. When I ended up keeping most of my Nikitas later last time.
Anxious.
I almost ended up keeping most of my Nikitas last time because I wouldn't let just anybody have them. But anyway, I love them. They're stubborn. They're setting in their ways. And sometimes I just wanted to show you that this dog, like, they've got a bad rap. They do. They have an awful rap. They have these dogs that people say they're dangerous. They're just awful. But they're not. This lady has done nothing but show this dog love. He don't pull her on a leash. He listens to her. He minds her. And he's waiting on her to. I'll show you the picture of him waiting.
King Corso.
He's just sitting there waiting on her to finish showing his toy.
We love big dogs. They're just so sweet. And, dogs are what you raise them. They're just like kids. You know how you raise them, that's what they turn out to be. You raise them to be killers, they'll be killers.
Yeah.
You raise them to be humble and love people, they do. Now, as far as liking each other, it's dog eat dog world.
All of our dogs get along but two. And
The two alpha males.
two alpha
the
male
two Akita
Nikitas.
boys.
They're not ever going to get along.
Mm-hmm.
It's their territory. Bodie thinks he's boss, and Samurai thinks he's boss. I love you. I got to get him the ball. But
Love you.
and I love everybody on here, and I just wanted to say that, and share this story because I just think this is when I saw the first part of it.
Cash App card or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I know it's in Daddy's drawer. The cash up card is.
My wallet is in the drawer. My wallet.
The card's just laying in the
I'm just laying in my drawer, buddy.
That $5 is Molly's that you found in there. She was supposed to take it to school, but she forgot to. They were selling stuff at the movie thing, and she didn't get
Okay,
to buy
I'll
anything.
give it to her.
I'm going to.
All right.
I love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
I'm gonna come back and put makeup on and all that stuff, and get ready for the game.
You gonna do that because you ain't sat with me?
No, I'll put makeup on anyway. Honey, I have
I'm
to
keeping the books.
listen. I have to keep him close. People won't eat crackers in bed with him.
Ooh. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Be careful.
All right. And they are the next breed I'm getting.
Cane Corso.
Yeah, they are.
Negative. All right, let me catch up with Chad here. Oh yeah, Pink Warrior. That's been seen a couple of times. Pointed out. Watch Mama T begging for cigarettes, and she accidentally put her camera on and a pile of cigarettes in her car. Nothing but a scammer. And she said, "I ain't had a cigarette all day." Remember? I'm so hateful. I ain't had a cigarette all day. How about one of them? And I'm getting ready to get to what they're saying about Jimmy over there. It's just, I don't know why, oh, Fluffy, I'm so sorry. Prayers for you. Goodness gracious. Ernie is the new Charlie Manson. I mean, look, his following is dwindling. The people who actually believe in him are few and far between now. Because what always happens, like, truth always comes out. And he ain't got no truth. Now, these people over there lying about me, why? Why don't you just say something true? If you ain't got nothing true that can hurt me, then just mosey on along to the next one. Fibrator. You'll never be half the man I am. Never. Not in your lifetime. It's a fact. Move on, boy. Now, I watch him over there talking about Jimmy. Right, bad mood. She was in bad mood. Hadn't had one all day. Crimes have consequences. All my animals are rescued, dumped, abused, but the best dogs ever. I have 2 pits, the sweetest dogs in the world, but I do believe that if someone tried to hurt me or my kids, they would protect. You dang right. They would. You show an animal love and unconditional love, they will love you unconditionally. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart. And people who rescue animals, man, my hat's off to you. My heart's out to you. Thank you. If we had the money and had a big farm like that we owned and could do it, we would do nothing but rescue animals. That was, that's why we're so picky about who we sell our animals to, because they are big dogs. Rottweilers and Akitas, big dogs. Big, they can be vicious. And people buy them when they're little puppies. Not ours. We try to make sure. But they're cute. They're so cute. Then they get bigger and bigger. Well, by the time they're a year old, they're nearly 100 pounds, and people are like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this dog? I better take him to the shelter. Give him away. That's not fair. It's awful. That's why we're very, very particular about who we allow to buy one of our dogs. And if we don't find someone worthy, we won't sell it. Stay here with us. Be our family. All right. Now, over there talking about Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't turn down a trailer. He don't need no trailer. He lives in a nice property, Mama T said. I've seen his property. It's nice. In the same breath, turn around and say, Jimbo, you know all that stuff you see on Google Images ain't right? What? But you saw Jimmy's property, right? It's nice. Your property that you lived on for 2 years is a garbage dump. A nasty, disgusting, filthy dump that you lived in, that you were supposed to take care of, and you didn't. It's condemned. It's being torn down because of you and your family that live there. You got something to say about Jimmy? Jimmy's another reason why I asked you about your daddy. You sent me text messages. I've got him. I'll show him. Jimbo, look at Jimmy. He's always asking for money. Let's out him like we did Sandy, whatever her name is. Let's get him. Let's get him, Jimbo. Let's get him. Nah, Mama T. No, not interested. Jimmy's told everybody about his money struggles. Told everybody his income. Told everybody what he pays for rent. Doctor bills. He explains where his money went. Where'd your money go? Where'd all that money that Butch the plumber makes? Where'd it go? Where? We know where Jimmy's went. Where did yours go? You want to call out Jimmy? I'm calling you out. Jimmy shows us his place on camera a lot. Do you think that's nice? You think that's the Ritz? No pun intended. Sorry, I'm missing from chat. I'm getting carried away here a little bit. No, Sugar Pie. What was the message? All right, I'm going to skip down. I'm way behind in chat. All right. Did I miss the message? For real? Oh, Skern. Come on, man. That's exactly right. Plenty of time. Plenty of money, right? You make more than Jimmy, right? Jimmy lives on a fixed income. He is disabled. Clearly disabled. And the government says he is. What's wrong with you? You can work. You got on camera that day and flaunted your body, your booty, remember? Why ain't you working? Drama T focuses on you now. You wanted it, you got it. You got my attention now. You wanted it. I ain't been talking about you. I was going to let you scurry on up under your rocks with Nicolina and rap. But now you got my attention. Yeah, Gypsy, they called you out for trying to help them. It's funny how, ain't it funny, Sugar Pie, how he's like going to trying to recycle old friendships. Like, forget everything I ever said about you and just help me, please help me, Facebook. Sorry, too soon. But here you go. Here you go, Jimmy. I love you, brother. I'll help you as much as I can anytime I can. So let me get this. Not important. Let me check. All right. Oh, that's awesome. Crimes have consequences. Sounds like you do some really, really good things, and much appreciated by this animal lover. I'll tell you that right now. Right. Look at Judo. You see Judo on here begging like you do, Mama T? Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen Judo's Cash App or PayPal. I've seen yours, Mama T, a lot. A lot. Daily. 3-4 times a day. You see, you are able-bodied enough to go live on YouTube 6 to 8 hours a day, maybe 10 hours a day. Heck, I don't know. But you can't work. Can't get a job as a desk clerk at that hotel. Can't get a job as housekeeping in the hotel. I bet you Jimmy would work at that hotel if he could. If he was able-bodied enough. That's great. Kind of crimes. My kids are the same way. They love all animals. And the turtle thing is so funny because we picked up so many turtles and rescued them and took them to a creek somewhere and, let them go. Mama T wants to run that mouth. Keep on talking about me. Like I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? You were the one every day. You wanted to out Jimmy. That was your new thing, right? You outed Sandy. Now you're going to out Jimmy. Who's next? Who's next? Who we getting? The whole time you wanted to out Jimmy for asking for a cash app for food. What? Once a week? Once every 5 days? And you were doing it every single day. Now you do it every single day on a grander scale. And you want to talk about Jimmy. Who wants to buy my coffee this morning? Thank you very much for that cash app. All I need is $10 more. Oh, that 10 helped me out so much. Thank you so much. If I could just get 20 more. I've run out of gas. I'm at the gas station. I've run out of gas. Can anybody cash at me $20? You were headed to the gas station, right? But you need gas money. That don't sound like a scam at all. Nah, that ain't a scam, is it, guys? I'm going to go to the grocery store here in a little bit. When I get there, I'm going to say, hey, I come to the grocery store. Can anybody cash at me $20 for some groceries? I agree, Curious. Those doggies do deserve better. She's asking for dog food today. Well, at least she's going to feed them. Yeah, they want to call the cops on me and tell them I've said this and I've said that and clip little bitty parts of this and that and have them come out here and check out my house and everything else. How are you going to feel, Drama T, when the dog warden shows up at your car at that hotel? How are you going to feel when he says, how are you feeding these animals? What are you feeding these animals? How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel when we call that hotel and say, hey, there's a man named Butch living there in your hotel that is wanted by the police in Oregon? You want to go real life, honey? You want to do it? Crawl up under your rock with Nicolina and Rap, see if they can cover for you. You want to get nasty? We can get nasty. I can't get as nasty as you. I mean, you probably ain't had a bath in, 6 months. Put all that makeup on that day. Put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig. Jimmy, post your PayPal, brother. Bug Love wants you to post your PayPal. Hello, Miss Kirby. Yeah, Mama T's over there after Jimmy today because somebody offered to give him a camper. Somebody who she has berated and called her every name in the book, who probably won't give her the camper any damn way, may be willing to give it to Jimmy for a tax write-off, and Mama T's mad. I seen Jimmy's place. I seen the property he lives on. It's nice. They do ask for like 3 times his rent when he tries to look for a better place. And I think he's got Medicare. I'm not sure. It won't let you put in. Text it to me. I'll put it in. Right, Miss Kirby. If you have to ask for dog food, you should take those dogs to somebody who can take care of them. And I mean, if they're beautiful pit bulls, I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard for Jimmy Reisner 3. Is that right, Jimmy, on the screen there? It is selfish to keep those dogs. And it's like, I'm going to tell you, I love my dogs. I love my dogs like family, like blood family. If I was in that situation, I would make sure my dogs had food and shelter every day. Just like I would one of my kids. I wouldn't have my kids living in a car. No way. Wouldn't have one of my dogs living in a car either. Yeah, she had that small camper sitting out there. She said it was her sister's. Why ain't she living in that? I don't know. She got questions for everybody. She don't answer none of the questions given to her. She said Jimbo and Ernie must be working together because Jimbo refuses to say anything about MAGA. What do you mean? What do you want me to say about her? I don't know her. I do not know her. I know what she told me. I know the phone number she gave me. I know that she said her name was Daniela. That's what she put in my phone. That's what her voicemail says when you call it. If you question you get timed out. What do you mean, like within? Go ahead and ask questions, Tingle Bar. Where was I at? Oh, question her, yeah. Well, they got the liver fakers and all them over there. You know, liver fakers running the show over there. And if you say something, ba-boom, bye-bye. Oh, MAGA, yeah. She said, why don't he show the video of MAGA? Why? What do you mean? When I mentioned the video of MAGA and her little boy, because they're in the video together, everybody said, oh, don't show that video. It's got a little boy in it. Right? So if I show the video, then I'm showing the 9-year-old little boy, and I'm getting berated for that, right? So Drama T wants me to show the video of MAGA here at my house. What's the difference between the video and the picture of her sitting in my living room holding her damn dog? That's her. What else do you want from me? I don't know her. You want me to make up lies like you do? You want me to say something negative? something negative. She is a dumbass for listening to Ernie Shell. She is lying for Ernie Shell. If she's a doctor, she is really putting her ethics on the line being with Ernie Shell. There you go. I've said it all before, but now I refuse to say anything bad about MAGA. What do you mean? Dumbass? Ernie, when he wouldn't say anything about me, he don't know anything about me. He don't have anything to say. He lies. He lied to Duke. He didn't know he was being recorded. Notice he didn't say that. He did not say that on YouTube. He thought he was in a private phone conversation and got recorded because it was a lie. A damn lie. Just like what you tell Mama T. A damn lie every day. Your whole life, nothing but lies. Go to work. Get off your lazy ass. Go to work. I work, and I'm disabled. I work as much as I legally can and keep my Medicare. Go to work, scumbag. Where do you work at, Rap? Scumbag. All right, Judo. Thank you, Sarah. Jimbo reported his observations only of MAGA. He didn't lie to fit the narrative either way. It's all on video. I'm not going to sit here and make up a bunch of stuff. That's not me. That's not what we do. That's what they do. Nicolina lies. I emailed the real Daniela Mentino. You tell me what that email says, and I'll know it's you. Gave him a 12-hour ultimatum. Ultimatum. How did that go for you, Nicolina? How did your 12-hour ultimatum go? Oh, that's right. You deleted it, and it's gone bye-bye because you're full of shit. She said today she proved she wasn't a druggie. I'm not saying she is, but I thought, when? How could she prove it? When did, yeah, because she showed her arms. Listen, just like you all did with Ernie, right, Nicolina? Right, Rap? And just like you will eventually with Mama T. You see the signs and the symbols, right? You see Mama T every now and then. She will have a wonderful day and she gets her fix. Oh, hello, party people. Hey, welcome all, lovely. Love you, love you, love you. And then she goes a couple of days without her fix. I just feel like crap, y'all. I ain't had a cigarette. I feel so bad. Coming down, honey. Coming down off whatever you're on. Now you say you get pain pills. What for? What's wrong with you? Why do you get pain pills? I get pain pills. I get prescribed pain medication. I've had 2 back surgeries, 2 neck surgeries, 3 shoulder surgeries, 2 stomach surgeries, and I got more to come. I get prescribed pain medication. Why do you? You go to a clinic, you pay cash, I bet, right? Am I on to something here? Tingle Bar. The pick sheet is on the community wall. I post it there every Tuesday usually. And I will accept your picks. Go ahead and put them in. I'll even accept your Thursday pick. Everybody missed Thursday's game that picked. Does South Carolina require car inspections? I don't know. Most cars, most states do now. Jimmy would be the one to tell you that. I saw one by Pink. She said she was given a 60-day notice to vacate. She waited until the day she had to be out to choose to be homeless. She chose to be homeless. Right. And then she blamed it on me. And then she was caught blaming it on me and lying about it and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry to you, Jimbo. But I'm sorry to everybody else. I lied to you. I lied on you, Jimbo. I made up a bold-faced lie about you, Jimbo. But I'm not sorry to you. I'm sorry to everybody else. Because I didn't lie to you. I didn't lie to them. I'm just a damn liar. Right? Right, Grandma T? Am I on to something there too? Oh, enjoy the Christmas concert. Have a good night, Curious. If she is a doctor, she really needs to reevaluate the situation. You can't throw a medical degree down the drain like that. I wouldn't throw my law degree down the drain. Exactly. Maybe she's not a doctor. Maybe she's not. Like I said, when I was in the emergency room, she called the emergency room. She gave them her opinion. They told me they talked to my doctor friend. Either she's a damn good actress and can get through and speak medical terms with doctors, or she's a doctor. One of those two. That's exactly right. I would much rather be strong and healthy and able to work 60 hours a week, standing on my feet, making good money. I know, Judo. My little old surgery history ain't nothing compared to yours. Oh, second. You don't see it, Tingle Bar? Hang on a second. Let me go here and check. Tingle Bar, it was 4 days ago. Let's see. Can you see it now? I put it up there for you, but it's 4 days ago. It says no cash involved, entertainment purposes only, NFL picks. It's the one from 4 days ago. Right. There is a pill bottle behind her on her profile pic. It's upside down. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Kirby. Just show the receipts, right? Just if you got to say it, if you're going to say it, show it. What about the actors thing, Jimbo? Did they say anything about that? Did who say anything about that? Light Within. A medical secretary could be possible. That could be possible. Yeah, and it does seem that her, what is the NPI or NPR, whatever that number, it does seem that's expired, but I don't know. That's a good possibility too. Maybe she is one of those. Anyone can pretend. That's true. Oh gosh, Miss Kirby, I'm sorry about all that. Yeah, I'm behind in chat. I caught up now. I get so behind in chat. All right. If you need me to, I'll email it to you. Tingle Bar. Just let me know. MAGA is aka Dr. Bombay. Who do you mean he? He what? What'd I say? Oh, where's your comment at, Chaotic Beauty? Come on, golly. I skipped. Let me go find it. Sarah, why does Jimbo always get sidetracked and miss my comments? Is that the one or is it on back? Is this it? Or was license don't seem to be updated? It has an expired date unless that is a different one with the same name. This is one of the reasons why. Me and old Kemper was a good pair because when one of us was talking, the other one could watch chat, highlight stuff, and vice versa. It was we made a good team that way. All right. Jimmy said, I wish I could say. Wish I could. I would go walking to my truck, and it's only 100 feet away. My doctor said there's nothing else he can do for my legs. He said I'll lose my toes first and parts of my legs. Well, God bless you, Jimmy. Hang in there, buddy, and keep praying. And I got it right, Chaotic. Good. A lot of people have been through a lot of things and going through a lot of things. Mama T, you act like you're the biggest victim in the world. You ain't no victim. Grow up. Go get a job. Go help yourself. You're the best daddy ever. If you got it rough, because there's somebody there being rough, change the situation. You obviously don't own anything together. Get out. When your dad was sick, and I know this, even though you deny it, he lived there with you. even though you deny it. You took care of him. Why can't he reciprocate? Why can't his daughter go stay with him? Why not? Oh, great, Chaotic. I'll see you there at 10:30 then. Chaotic Beauty's going live tonight at 10:30, y'all. Be there or be square. Hang on, I got some voice messages. Let me mute. Sorry. A couple of voice messages. I didn't know if they wanted to be shared or not, so I muted. I'm sorry to my chat. I appreciate you hanging in there for a minute. Prepare your cocktails. That sounds like a good night. That sounds like a good time tonight. Now, as far as Ernie promoting my book, I really didn't see it that way. Ernie was trying to get one person to buy the book and then share it with everybody. So that's not really promoting my book. Did you know that Rap, Nicolina, Drama T, and the Fibrators are all torn to pieces because on my live stream, which I struck some of them on, where I said I was going to read the first chapter of my book, I didn't actually read the first chapter of my book. Now the cops came, got a little distracted. Can you believe that? They're tore up about it. Oh, he didn't read the first chapter of his book. Y'all want to hear it? Y'all want me to go over the first chapter of my book? Got it right here. Believe me, Skern Shell is not a star. If anything, he's a villain, a boogerhead, a peon. Did I just say peon? I believe I did.
Know your role and shut your mouth. You're a nothing, a nobody, a peon. You are absolutely right. You do suck.
Listen, putting your Cash App up is not a bad thing. Jimbo, stand down right now.
All right, let's go over a little bit. Chapter 1, the beginning. I was promoting and participating in professional wrestling events under the Premier Championship Wrestling banner. I had purchased a used wrestling ring in Lexington, Kentucky, and had been hosting wrestling events in Harlan, Kentucky. At some point, a young wrestler named Ernie Shell came to our promotion looking for work. I gave him a couple spots on a few events and quickly came to find out that a lot of things he claimed to have done was pretty far-fetched, to say the least. Most of the wrestlers just looked over him and laughed at his ridiculous stories. Of course, some of the guys wanted to stomp a mud hole in him. Ernie claimed to have won several Tough Man boxing tournaments and said he had never lost. This story would later be disproven by several actual boxers and members of the Kentucky Boxing and Wrestling Authority. Ernie called me one day late in the summer of 2004 and asked if he could rent my wrestling ring. "Jimbo," he began, "I will pay you $500 if you rent me your ring for 2 nights. "I don't know, Ernie. I can use the dough, but I really don't know. I really don't need another wrestling event popping up in the territory that it already has more than its fair share." "Don't worry, bro," he assured me. "This is for reality fighting. I'm having the show at Kaywood High School. It won't affect your wrestling events at all." I agreed to rent him the ring, and the event was exciting and fun to be a part of. My friend, Mike Walbright, fought in the tournament and won his division. Ernie did a piss-poor job of managing the event, however. It was pretty much a joke as far as professionalism. There was no PA system at the event on the first night. The announcer, Mike Collins, had to stand in the ring and yell introductions and post-fight information. It was embarrassing. Ernie blamed it on somebody else. Ernie blamed this on the radio station manager, Jeff Capps. He claimed that Jeff was supposed to supply the PA system as part of a radio promotion package. It was pretty obvious at that point that Ernie was a wannabe promoter and didn't have an ounce of business sense. I told Ernie that he should contact Jamie Helton and rent his PA system. Jamie had been doing our wrestling events and providing sound for the events for a while. Ernie followed my advice. The second night was much better. Well, at least from the sound standpoint it was. Ernie had some connections with a boxing gym from somewhere in northern Kentucky. A few of those boxers came down and fought in the tournaments. They all got an ass kicking from one of the local Harlem boys before they were done. These boxers had no clue what to do when these fights were taken to the ground, or even when they were put in a redneck headlock. According to Ernie's rules, fighters wore shoes and were allowed to kick. Boots even. It was very dangerous, and luckily for everyone involved, nobody got seriously injured. Ernie didn't have to pay taxes because this event was unsanctioned. At that point, there was no sanctioning body for MMA events in Kentucky. He had very little cost in the event and drew a very big crowd. But still managed to make very little profit. He paid everybody. He paid the fighters to fight, which was illegal. He paid several different referees. He paid 3 different people $200 each to sell tickets at the entrance gate. One was his mama. The other was his sister. He left that venue that night cussing and whining about not making any money. Ernie called me a few days after his first event and said he wanted to do a show at Loyal School. He said the Loyal Fire Department was going to sponsor the show and that he only had to give them concessions in lieu of rent. He was also planning to fight on the main event of the second night against Les Cox. R.I.P. Les Cox. I agreed to rent the ring to Ernie again, but this time I wouldn't be able to make it to the event until after it was over. I had to wrestle in another town and couldn't leave until after I had honored my wrestling commitment. My friend, Brian Blade Anderson, agreed to set up the ring at Ernie's event and take payment Ernie owed me for the rental. Blade called me with some disturbing news. Hey, Bo, Ernie says he can't pay for the ring until after the show is over tonight. Damn, man, I can't make it down there until after the event, and I don't know Ernie Shell well enough to trust he is going to pay us after the show. Tell him you talked to me and I told you just take the ring down and put it on the truck until we get paid. I know he has the money from the show last night to pay for the rental today. After his event at Kaywood, he didn't have any money left, and I didn't want to be left empty-handed. If I don't get paid, you don't get paid. I laughed about what I said, but Blade knew I was serious, and he knew I didn't trust Ernie, and he didn't trust Ernie either. After I finished my wrestling match on Angel Mountain, I headed for Harlan County to pick up my wrestling ring and the rental from Ernie. When I arrived, the guys were loading the ring onto a trailer outside the Loyal School gym. I got out and saw Blade coming out of the gym. When he saw me, he had a smile a mile wide on his face. Man, you won't believe what happened. Well, I see you got paid, and that's all I care about. Ernie got his ass kicked in his own fight. He tried to pay Les Cox to take a dive, but Les took the money and still beat Ernie. Ernie faked a heart attack or something, and they had to take him out of the ring on a stretcher. He didn't collapse until after the decision was read by the announcer. What do you mean he was faking? Well, everyone could tell, Bo. The EMTs told me that there was nothing wrong with him, too. Oh, and no. And the workers from the fire department had to stop Ernie's family on the way out the door. The money box was empty, but they had money stuffed in their pockets. I thought Ernie didn't have to pay rent, I said. I was told that Ernie was supposed to pay a certain percentage to the fire department and let them sell concessions, Blade informed me. As I was about to get in my truck and head home with my wrestling ring, Blade ran me down so he could tell me something he had forgotten to tell me due to all the drama that unfolded at the end of the show. Ernie was pissed because you made him pay up front, Bo. He was walking around and cussing, calling you a fat F, saying he was going to put your fat ass out of business. He said he was going to start his own wrestling show and take all your workers and shut you down. Does any of this sound familiar? Now, at this point in my life, I have mellowed out quite a bit from my younger years. That being said, when a threat like that is made, I take it personally because I feed my family by promoting wrestling, among other things. I wasn't crippled back then. So that little punk thinks he can get a promoter's license and put me out of business? He actually said that shit? You know, I love wrestling and I love promoting, and I've done pretty well with it over the past few years. Fuck Ernie Shell. He thinks he can threaten me and I won't respond? Tell everyone in there my phone number. Talk to the fighters and tell them a real promoter will be hosting fights in Harlan soon. Tell them to check our wrestling website for details. And if you see Ernie, tell him he's done. I will put him out of business, and I will promote fights and do it the right way. And people will want to fight for me, and people will want to see our events. Hope I ain't boring you all too bad. I'm going to read the first chapter. Only got one more page left. Mike Walbright fought and won against Ernie again at Ernie's event at Loyal School. He ran his record to 4-0 that night with a knockout of a guy that weighed over 300 pounds. Ernie allowed a guy to jump in the ring and challenge Walbrat that night in front of the crowd. The police had to separate the two. This man, Virgil Blevins, was from Ernie's hometown of Everett, Kentucky. He was in his upper 30s, I think, and was known for his work as a lumberjack. He had a reputation for being incredibly strong. I talked to Mike and asked him if he wanted to fight Virgil. I already knew the answer before I asked, but I wanted Mike to say it. Hell yeah, bro. I don't care how strong he is. He's disrespected me in front of my fans. Let's do it. And that's the way Mike Walbrat was, baby. And he still is. I called Virgil Blevins and asked him if he really wanted to fight Mike. Virgil tried to get money out of me, but I told him that these fights had to be amateur fights and that Mike wasn't getting paid either. Virgil acted as if he would just wait and fight on Ernie's show because Ernie had made him a promise of a big payday. Way to go, Ern. Virgil, I'm going to make this very simple. If you want to fight Mike Walbrat, you'll do it on my show. Ernie is done. And he was. He ain't going to be having any more events. I am the promoter that will get things done. Mike Walbrat is a good friend of mine, and he won't fight for Ernie. Walbrat is the baddest man in Harlan, and if you want to prove otherwise, just give me a call. 10 minutes later, Virgil called back. He said he would fight Mike on my event. That is all I needed to get the ball rolling. Now, I had put together a fight Ernie failed to make happen on his event. And now Ernie would regret the verbal threat he made behind my back. Warrior Fighting Challenge was born. And the first event was set for December 2004 at the Old Hall School Gym. Chapter 1. Somebody put my book information up in case anybody wants to buy one. Hey, baby. I just read the first chapter of my book.
Did you?
I did.
I had to come in this way.
Okay. Sammy at the door.
Sammy's dying to come get my face zip loaded.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to go put makeup on and stuff.
see you, Miss Kirby. All right, baby. So, yeah, that's what Ernie means by his accomplishments. He didn't accomplish nothing. Ernie's never been a promoter. He's never done nothing in his life. His very first events were a joke where I rescued him anyway. I mean, I provided his PA system. I didn't provide it, but I made a way for him to get it. He's a joke. He always has been. You know, he made all these lies about being a pro wrestler. When he got in the ring with some of my wrestlers, they wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill him because as a pro wrestler, when you get in the ring with somebody, you are putting your life in the other guy's hands. I don't care who gets mad at me over it. Vince McMahon done told everybody that wrestling's fake. When you're in the ring with somebody, they take care of you. If you get hurt, it's their fault. Professional scammer. He has been for a long time. He did. He scammed Dr. Sack for. Dr. Sack said, yeah, like $50,000. He gave him $10,000 in cash. The next day, Ernie had a Lexus, and the cash was supposed to be spent on building this big event where he had all these celebrities come. And what he did was took the cash, went and bought a Lexus, and then after the event, 2 months later, 3 months later, when it was a complete and utter failure, Ernie snuck out the back door, left Dr. Sack to pay all the entertainers, the celebrities that were supposed to be there. And then, I just got a message. But then he snuck out the back door and wrecked his Lexus and then posted later on Facebook, I had a car wreck and nobody cares. Nobody cares. All they care about is who got paid, who did this. And it was Jimbo's fault. It was Jimbo's fault. It's always Jimbo's fault. Dude, you failed. You're a failure. You always have been a failure. You're nothing. Now, you ran your mouth at me, and then you ran away from Facebook and came to YouTube. So I came here. I'm going to tell everybody about you. And I did. And now you're nothing. You're a joke. Once again. Once again, your daddy owns you, son. Now, Drama T, you think we're still working together? Put that in your crack pipe and smoke it. Martin Music, it was Nicolina. Oh, yeah. Pink Warrior. Nicolina called the cops and had them come here during my live stream the other day. State police showed up, checked out all my cameras. All my cameras and all the bedrooms and bathrooms, made sure there wasn't no cameras there. And then they laughed about Ernie. They laughed about big fat Nicolina. And then they left. So she kind of did me a favor. The worst part of it was she wasted law enforcement's time and resources. But I did tell that state trooper that Duke, the guy that was playing Ernie's phone call, was a wanted felon in Kentucky. Skipped out on his charges. And if you pay attention to that phone call, first thing Ernie asks is what his options are. Didn't you not go to court? Ernie's thinking about running. Ernie's thinking about running. If he does, Xander, kiss your money goodbye, boy. That is crazy, Judo. It sent you that paperwork to fill out before surgery about his eyes and he can't see. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I think it's a felony drug charge he skipped out on, Sarah, years ago. And then, of course, he lied about that. You know, it was some other girl's drugs. She was in the car, and I'm a man, so I took the blame. Whoever's driving the car is to blame. If I get in the car and drive down the road and some hitchhiker gets in the car with me and that hitchhiker's carrying 30 pounds of drugs, whose ass is going to jail? Mine. That ain't no defense, Duke, and you knew it. That's why you didn't come back to court, right? You ran away. Ran away, little Duke Pharaoh. Yep. Not smart at all. Looking over your shoulder, worried about getting pulled over. Ernie's the type of guy who thinks he can, stay off the radar and change his identity, get a fake ID and become somebody else. He might become the real Duke Pharaoh. Who knows? I got a feeling whatever his new name will be, it'll have a tiger in it. I'm Tiger Shell. I didn't know tigers had shells. I thought only turtles had shells, but no, I guess tigers have shells too. Let me send a message right quick. I don't have Kirby's number, I don't think. I will. I'll give her your email address. I'll send that to her. If I forget, remind me, Sarah. All right. So I'm going to go in here and get ready for Hunter's game. I'm actually working the game a little bit. So even though I'm under investigation, how's that possible? How's it even possible? Because I ain't under investigation. Nicolina's no better than Ernie. And Rap. Rap hides behind a marshmallow mask knowing he's a woman beater. He ain't never going to show his face. Because if he does, it's 100% confirmed he's the woman beater everybody knows he is. No. The bond money, the $5,000 bond was for the van charge. Now he's still on bond. Because when he was arrested on the meth charge, he was only in there for a couple hours. When he was arrested for the van, he was in there until they raised the $5,000. Hey, the Cowboys are kicking butt, ain't they, Pink Warrior? It's great. It's good to be a Cowboy fan right now. I had some miserable times over the past, but it's great right now. I'm enjoying it. Chaotic Beauty is live tonight, so I'm not going to go live tonight. I thought about coming back around 10:05, but I'm not going to. Chaotic Beauty's on at 10:30. You guys check her out. It's going to be fun, I'm sure. She's always good at what she does. Best researcher. Best researching creator. Her and Mel. Top of the line. Heck yeah, we'd love to see that, Judo. Yes, Judo, yes, we want it. For sure. You're welcome, Chaotic. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Rap's streaming me. Hello, Rap. Thank you, Miss Kirby. God bless you. Appreciate that. Oh, by the way, let me throw in a commercial on Rap them right quick. One of my friends who's actually a local person who knows that I work in the school, who knows that I'm a basketball coach, that knows me personally, sent me a message the other night and said, I love it when you say, let me throw an ad in on you. So there's an ad. We're going to go ahead and close out. Hey, Selena, everybody have a great weekend. I'll come back Sunday. We'll have a Sunday fun day. Maybe just play games or something on Sunday. Y'all want to do something fun on Sunday? Let's just drown out the drama and have fun on Sunday. Y'all want to? Let's do it. All right. Let me give y'all one of these before we go here. Hang on a second. Let me give you a couple of them. Let's see.
Jimbo, stand down right now. Did you just shit in my car? Dumbass dog. Dude. You can't take the heat. Stay the fuck out of the kitchen. This live isn't about you. This is my channel. I'll say what the fuck I want, okay?
See you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, Oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Got a cameo at the end. Love y'all.